Hey everyone, and welcome. So, if you're like me and you're already daydreaming about where to travel in 2026, you are in the right place. We're about to dive into the spots that are just on the cusp of blowing up, the destinations you're going to want to see before everyone else does. But first, to get our heads around just how much we all travel, get a load of this number: 1.186 billion. That's how many international tourist trips were taken back in 2015. Billion with a B. And you know that number has only gone up since then? It's just staggering. So, yeah, the world is absolutely on the move, which leads to the really big question, right? In a world where it feels like everyone's been everywhere, where do you go to find something truly new, something different? What's next? Okay, so before we jump into the future, let's take a quick look at the present. To see where we're at, we gotta understand the classics, the current giants of the travel world. No real surprises here, right? These are the heavy hitters. You've got France, the US, Spain, places we all know and so many of us love. And look, they are popular for very good reasons. But this list, it's only one piece of a much, much bigger puzzle. Because here's the thing, the whole story of travel is shifting right now. There's a fundamental change happening in why we go places. It's becoming less about just ticking landmarks off a checklist and way more about finding these really unique, immersive experiences. We're after a great story to tell, not just a perfect photo for the gram. And that brings us to our very first major trend, the call of the wild. People are really craving a genuine connection with nature, seeking out places that offer a real sense of adventure, way off the beaten path. So our first stop is a country that just embodies the spirit perfectly: Botswana. It's been getting some serious buzz, and for good reason. Lonely Planet managed to sum up its entire vibe in just two incredible words: invigoratingly wild. I mean, how good is that? It just nails it. This isn't some manicured park. It's raw, untamed nature doing its thing right in front of your eyes. It's the real deal. So, what does invigoratingly wild actually look like? Well, picture this. You're canoeing silently through the Okavango Delta while hippos surface just feet away. Or you're trying to comprehend the sight of 50,000 elephants in Chobe National Park. What's amazing is that Botswana has this low-volume, high-cost approach to tourism. It means fewer crowds, a lighter footprint, and a truly intimate connection with one of Africa's greatest conservation stories. All right, for our next spot, we're sticking with the wild theme, but in a totally different way. We are heading down to the Pacific coast of Panama to a province called Chiriquí, and the whole vibe here is about one thing: escape. Yeah, that's what Chiriquí promises. It's this incredible mix of untouched nature and, let's be honest, some pretty awesome laid-back luxury. Think deserted islands, vibrant underwater worlds, and these amazing eco-resorts where it feels like you've got the entire coastline to yourself. I mean, the things you can do here are just so diverse. You could spend the morning snorkeling in a protected marine park, then spend the afternoon hiking through a cloud forest. And if you go between July and October, you can literally watch humpback whales breaching from the shore. It's that perfect blend of active, beautiful, and just deeply, deeply relaxing. Okay, so we've done the wild. Now let's flip the script and head to the city. Our next big trend is all about urban centers that are going through these massive cultural transformations, becoming these electric hubs for art, design, and history in ways you'd never expect. And first up is Brussels. Now, for a long time, Brussels kind of had this reputation for being, well, a little stuffy, a bit bureaucratic, a city for suits and politics, maybe not so much for art and adventure. But wow, is that changing? This right here is the story of Brussels in 2026. The city is shedding its old bureaucratic skin and re-emerging as one of Europe's most exciting creative powerhouses. Seriously, the energy is shifting from government buildings to galleries, from conference rooms to cutting-edge performance spaces. So what's actually driving this change? Well, for one, the huge Canal Centre Pompidou Modern Art Museum is set to open in this incredible converted factory. You've got the Art Brussels Fair drawing in the entire global art scene, and then there are events like the Zinneke Parade that literally turn the city's streets into a massive, vibrant stage. It's amazing to see a city completely reinvent itself in real time. For our last destination, we're going to a city that isn't trying to reinvent itself, but is actually rediscovering its own spectacular past. Let's head to Fez, Morocco's ancient, cultural, and spiritual heart. The reason Fez is so buzzy for 2026 isn't because of something brand new. It's because of things that are centuries old. The city is in the middle of this massive, ambitious project to restore its incredible architectural heritage, breathing new life into these ancient, beautiful structures. And you can literally see this renaissance happening all over the city. You can experience it by staying at the legendary reopened Palais Mai Hotel. You can feel the history in the restored 9th century library. You can even shop for handmade crafts in old trading houses that have been transformed into artisan workshops. It's like stepping inside a living, breathing museum. It's just incredible. So, when you put it all together, from the wilds of Botswana to the creative buzz of Brussels to the living history of Fez, a really clear picture starts to form about where travel is headed. The trend is this. We're looking for more than just a vacation. We are searching for an experience. It's becoming less about just looking at things and more about really participating. We want to connect with nature, dive deep into a culture, and feel like we're part of the story. That's the one thing all these amazing places have in common. At the end of the day, it's about finding those places that give you something to feel, something to learn, a story that actually becomes a part of you. The world is just full of them. So the only question left is, what's your next story going to be?